Match of week 19, and that is we're gonna be having the Kayole Embakasi Giants, meeting the UN Tigers. That is the Giants meeting the Tigers here at Kasarani Indo Arena. This is the second match of the day, and the first match we had the ladies match, that was the Kenya Prison Queens playing against the Black Falcons. This is our second match where we're gonna be having the Kayole Embakasi Divas, the Kayole Embakasi Giants meeting the UN Tigers. And on the side of the Kayole Embakasi Giants, I can see on the side of the Kayole Embakasi Giants, we can see Crispin Odiambo. We can see on the side of the Kayole Embakasi Giants, we can see Crispin Ochieno, we can see Tom Chikala on the side of the Kayole Embakasi Giant. That is an amazing team there. An amazing team where we are having Crispin Otieno, Julia Sekesa, Cobra Masibo, Tom Chikala. We are having Moses Juma, Isaac Katati, and Eli Aliga. On the side of the UN Tigers, those are the Tigers. On the side of the UN Tigers, we're gonna be having Ramuel Odiambo, Ajual Derrick. We're gonna be having Jev Muga. We're gonna be having Patrick Musioka. We're gonna be having Bakari Makari, Jev. These amazing players are gonna be meeting the Kayole Embakasi Giants. So my question of the day is that will the Kayole Embakasi Giants win this match, or will the UN Tigers win this match? We're having our main umpire of this match. That is Sharon Yangor, and the captain of the UN Tigers, that is Hagai Kajwal. That is Hagai Ajwala, and on the captain of the side of the Kayole Giants, that is Cobra Masibo. We are having Crispino Otieno in the field, that is jersey number 5. We are having Tom Chikala. All these amazing players are here to ensure that they are getting the points. Just like I said earlier, that this is the road to playoffs. And each and every team here is fighting for a slot. In the playoff. This is our match week 19, which is the hunt week. That is the Kayole Embakasi Giants, meeting the UN Tigers. Just to tell you that the UN Tigers were formerly led by the mighty David Musambai before he retired. And on the men's standing table, that is Kabaddi Premier League 2 men's standing table, we are having the UN Tigers at position 13, and we are having the Kayole Embakasi Giants at position 10. So this is position 10 meeting position 13. Position 10 meeting position 13, and this is an amazing match here for you to watch. Keep tweeting in, keep telling me what you think, which team is going to be winning this thing, which team is your favorite, and why do you think that team is your favorite. That is Hagai Derrick there, going for a first trade. Hagai Derrick, jersey number 4 of the UN Tigers, going for first red. He tries to control, marking the pitch, how the pitch is, and he decides to go back home and defend. So we're having Julia Sekesa, jersey number 6 of the Kayole Embakasi Giants. Jersey number 6 of the Kayole Embakasi Giants. Julius manages to get a point, sending jersey number 4, that is Hagai Ajwala, home. Managing to send Hagai Ajwala home. And now we are having the captain, that is Ramuel. That is the captain of the UN Tigers. He gets a toe point from Chikala. That was quite a nice one from Ramuel. That is Julia Sekesa going for a raid. For his second trade. Remember, he got first He got his first point, managing to take Hagai Derrick out. And there Julius Ekesa, he was taken down. That is Julius Ekesa being taken down in the defense of the Tigers. Remember, they are the Tigers, and whenever you're going to play on the side of the Tigers, you have to be so careful. And on the side of the Kayole Embakasi Giants, we are having the Giants. That is, we are having Crispin Otieno. Remember, Crispin Otieno has not gone. You have not seen any from Crispin Otieno. You have not seen any from Cobra Masibo. You have not seen any from Moses. All these players, amazing players there. We expect a lot from Ramwell. I expect a lot of points from Ramwell. I expect a lot of points from Crispin Otieno. That is, again, a lot from Cobra Masibo. That is Cobra going for his first raid. Cobra Masibo going for his first raid. That is Cobra Masibo going for his first raid. His steps, will he get a point? Cobra Masibo steps, he managed to get a point. That was quite a good one from Cobra Masibo, managing to take one defender out. Managing to get one defender, one Tiger to the bench. Managing to get one Tiger to the bench. That is Ramwell again. Remember Ramwell. Ramwell has showcased. Ramwell has shown us that he can do this thing slightly with no roughness. That is Ramwell. He takes Chikala out again. Ramwell manages to get Tom Chikala out again. And on the score sheet, I'm having 3 points on the side of the UN Tigers and 2 points on the side of the Kayole Giants. 2 points on the side of the Kayole Giants. That is Cobra Masibo. Cobra Masibo there with the raid. Cobra Masibo there, terrorizing the defense. He's terrorizing the defense of the UN Tiger. He managed to get a bonus point. You're having Ramwell again on a raid. Remember, Ramwell has gone for 3 raids, and he managed to get 2 points. That is Ramwell. They should watch Ramwell. He's such a cheeky raider there, and a very amazing one. He's quite an amazing raider there. That is Ramwell. He decides to go back home and defend. Ramwell decides to go back home and defend. Remember, this is just a few minutes of first half. Few minutes in the first half. That is Crispin Otieno of the Kayole Embakasi Giants. For a raid. That is Crispin Otieno of the Kayole Embakasi Giants with a raid. He did not get a point and he decided to go back home and defend. That was his first raid and he did not get a point. That's Ramwell again on it. Ramwell, he's trying to get a defender out. That is Ramwell. The Kayole Embakasi Giants should be so careful of Ramwell. You can see how he raids. You can see his raiding skills. And he can't get super raids so easily. You have seen him do it. You have witnessed him doing. Keep telling me what you think about this game. What's your favorite team? Why do you think that team is your favorite team? Tell me what you think. Tell me what you feel about it. And I'll be here to shout you out. That is the main umpire of this match. We are having Sharon. The main umpire of this match we are having Sharon. That is Crispin Otieno taking one defender out, managing to bring Julius Ekesa back. It is a third raid, and we are having Ramwell going for raid, and it is a third raid. Ramwell, it is you. You have to get the point, and this one is a nice one from the defenders because they just have to defend. But Ramwell managed to get a point, and it is a Raider save. That is Cobra Masibo going for a raid. That is Cobra Masibo of the Kayole Embakasi Giants. He steps, sending defenders out. He started sending defenders out. He should watch that. He should watch that corner where Ramwell is. He should watch that corner where Ramwell is. We're having Ramwell again. Jersey number 7 going for a raid. Jersey number 7 going for a raid. Jersey number 7 going for a raid. That is Ramwell. He tries. Look at his strategy. Look at how he steps. He has decided to. This Kayole Bakasi Giants should realize that Ramwell is just raiding in the middle. He's raiding in the middle. They should find a strategy to make sure that they are removing him from that sender. That is Crispin Otieno managing to get an easy point. That was a follow back, but he did not get the follow back. He got a corner. We're having Ramwell on it again. That is Ramwell on it again. And Tom Chikala should watch his legs because Ramwell is mostly getting him out with the legs. That is toe touches. Ramwell is getting him out toe touches. He got a bonus point. He decides to go back home and defend. That is Crispin Otieno again. Crispin Otieno, he managed to get a bonus and a point. A bonus plus a point awarded on Team Kayole. A bonus and a point awarded on Team Kayole. That just like I said, these are the Tigers meeting the Giants. The Tigers meeting the Giants. It is quite an amazing game here. It is an amazing match. This is Hunt Week, match 19, Hunt Week. Match 19, and that was Ramwell. For the first time, he has gone for like 4 raids, and this is the one that they have taken him down. But just number 5, that is Crispin Otieno of the Kayole. We are having Hagai. We are having Hagai in the field. A good defender there. Julius should watch because we are having Hagai in the side of the UON. Julius should watch that because we are having Hagai, and you know Hagai is a good defender. This is a raid. He gets an easy bonus point. He gets an easy bonus point there. In the middle, Crispin Otieno on it again. Crispin Otieno should watch Hagai Juala because we are having Hagai Juala in the field. Crispin Otieno should be so more and more careful of that, and he gets a point. Crispin Otieno managed to get 2 points, sending 2 defenders out. Crispin Otieno managed to get 2 points, sending 2 defenders out. It is a raid. There. A raid. Oh! What just happened? The raider got a bonus point, but he was thrown out. That is like 1-1. That is like 1-1. 1-1. That is 1-1. And we are having a... That is our first all out of this match. And we are having an all out in favor of the Kayole Embakasi. Kayole are having 13 points and the UN Tigers. Kayole are having 14 points and the UN Tigers are having 7 points. A difference of 7. I can't tell the Tigers that they shouldn't give up. They can do this. I believe in them. I've always believed in them. They can do this. And I can also tell the Kayole Embakasi Giants that it is today or never. It is today or never, because this is a fight for playoffs. So it is today or never. They have to do whatever it takes to make sure that they are getting the point. We are having our raider there. The first raid, that is after an all out. After an all out, it is the the UON Tigers that will be raiding. And he decides to go back home and defend. We are having Julius Ekesa going for a raid. Julius Ekesa going for a raid. Julius Ekesa going for it. He should watch Ramuel. He should watch Ramuel. Julius Ekesa should watch Darwin, jersey number 8. Julius Ekesa should also watch Darwin, jersey number 8. Julius Ekesa should watch Hagai Ajuala too. And that was Julius being blocked. Oh my God. Hagai Ajuala just tried. Oh my God. Julius was, oh my God. I don't know what to say. I don't know how I can keep that, but all I know that I just saw the block I just saw the angle hold, and then it was followed by a block. That was quite a good one from Hagai. Quite a good one from Hagai, and quite a very good support from jersey number 8. That is Darwin. A very good support from him. Remember, after this match, we're gonna be having the mighty RDU. The mighty RDU, that is James Namamba Kamweti, meeting the Githurai Cheetahs. Meeting the Githurai Cheetahs. That is Roger Sumondi. Crispin on it again. He goes for a raid. Crispin on it again. Now that Julius is on the bench, we are having Crispin Otieno on it. Julius is on the bench, so we are having Crispin Odiambo on it there. Crispin Otieno, he should watch Hagai Ajuala, and he should watch the support from Ramuel and Darwin. That is jersey number 8. That is Crispin Otieno. He tries there. He decides to go back home and defend. That is Ramuel going for a raid. Again. Remember, I told you that Ramuel is not just a player to play with. It is so much easy for him to get those toe touches. It is so much easy for him to get super raids. And there he is. I told them that Ryan, that Ramuel is not a player to play with. It's not a player to play with. We are having Crispin going for a raid. That is Crispin. Crispin there. Crispin going for a raid. Will they manage to send Crispin out? He should be careful there. He should be careful of surprises. Crispin should be careful of surprises. He gets a bonus point and goes home. He gets a bonus point and goes home. That is Hagai on it. Hagai Ajuala. Hagai is more of a defender, but he raids sometimes and manages to get points. That is Crispin Otieno with a follow back. That was Crispin Otieno with a follow back. Crispin Otieno with a follow back. And he managed to get jersey number 9 out. Crispin Otieno managing to get jersey number 9 out. We are having it is a raid on the side of that is jersey number 10 of the UON Tigers. That is Jeff. Oh my God. Jeff was taken down finally by the chain of Crispin Otieno and Cobra Masibo. Jeff was taken down by the chain of Cobra Masibo and Crispin Otieno. That was a good coordination there. And now we are having Crispin Otieno going for a raid again. 4 players on the side of the UON Tigers. 4 players on the side of the UON Tigers. And It is an official timeout. It is an official timeout. Crispin Otieno is claiming that a defender was out of bounds. Crispin is claiming that a defender was out of bounds, and the referee has to go and confirm, was it really the defender, was he really out of bounds, or what happened? Was he really out of bounds, or what happened? Was he really out of bounds, or what happened? That is the reason why we are having our official team. That's the reason why we are having our technical bench here, and that is the main reason why we are having our official umpire. That is Sharon. And on the other, we are also having on the technical bench, I can also see we are having Brian Neville, to make sure that you're getting the correct scores. To make sure that you're getting the correct scores, we are having Ryan Neville. That is Haggai Juala with the raid. Haggai Juala. I know Haggai more of a defender than a raider, but I've seen him raid. I have seen him raid sometimes. I've seen him raid, and I can tell the Kayole that they should be careful. That is Crispin Otieno being taken down. That is a one-man army being taken down. They Haggai Juala. They God. A one-man army decided to take Crispin down. Now we are having the captain there. We are having an official timeout for the captain and the ref, telling them to play safe, to play. Yes, it is a road to playoffs, and we want to see which team is going to be going there, which team is going to be going to the playoffs, but we don't want them to kill themselves. That is Ramuel, and he gets a top point. Ramuel gets a top point. I told you to watch the legs of Ramuel, because he usually uses his legs a lot. We are having Cobra Masibo going for a raid. We are having a difference of 7 points. That is Cobra Masibo. He should watch being tackled. Because if they want to win this game, they have to avoid giving points. Cobra manages to get 1 point, bringing back Crispin Otieno. That was quite a good one from Cobra Masibo. We're having Ramuel again. That is Ramuel. Look at those. Look at his legs. He uses his legs a lot. Look at the legs, the toe touches, the Ramuel, the moves. Look at him, and he managed to get an in. Jersey number 11 of the Kayole Mbakasi Giants. He managed to get an in. Of the Kayole Mbakasi Giants. The right in of the Kayole Mbakasi Giants. So having Cobra Masibo on it. Cobra Masibo on the raid. That is Cobra Masibo with some kicks there, and Cobra Masibo manages to get a point from Jeff, jersey number 10 of the UON Tigers. He managed to get a point from jersey number 10 of that is Haggai managing to get a raid point. I told you I've seen Haggai raid, and he can't get points when the points are really needed. That is Crispin Otieno on it again. Crispin Otieno, remember we're just having one all out, and there was a looming all out, but things went bad, and the all out did not go through again. That is Crispin Otieno of the Kayole Mbakasi Giants there. He managed to get a bonus point and decides to go back home and defend. So you're having Ramuel on it again. That is Ramuel going there for a raid. I told them to watch. He's getting more points in the in. Ramuel is getting more points on the in. And there he is. Especially that the center. He's getting points there at the center. And on the in, that is Ramuel. He decides to go back home and defend. He sees that it's better if I go back home and defend than being taken down on this point because we are chasing. They are 13 points. They are having 13 points, and the Kayole Mbakasi Giants are having 21 points. They are having 13 points. This is our first half. This is our first half. Just few minutes remaining for the first half to end. Just few minutes remaining for the first half to end, and that was Crispin Otieno managing to get a touch point. Did you see that style? That was Crispin managing to get a touch point. Ramuel on it again. That is our Ramuel. By now you have known that Ramuel is the main raider. Ramuel is the main raider of the UON Tigers. Ramuel is the main raider, and Ramuel manages to send jersey number 6 on the bench. So that is Julius Sekesa and Cobra Masibo on the bench. Julius Sekesa and Cobra Masibo on the bench. But Crispin Otieno manages to get 1 point, bringing back Cobra Masibo. That is Ramuel again on it. Ramuel going for a raid. The in should be careful of his toe touches. We're having Chikala, Tom Chikala in the field. Having Tom Chikala in the field. And Ramuel manages to get 2 defenders. Ramuel manages to send out 2 defenders. The UN Tigers are chasing. Because they're just few points behind the Kayole Mbakasi Giants. Few points behind the Kayole Mbakasi Giants. That is Cobra Masibo. Cobra Masibo raiding. Cobra Masibo, he should be careful. Cobra Masibo. Oh my God. That was unexplainable. Ladies and gentlemen. With that, we are going into the halftime, and I can tell you that whatever happened, I don't know, that skill, that whatever, I just don't know. And those are you can see the UN Tigers. You can look on their face. They are telling the Kayole Giants that we are here, we are chasing, and we are doing everything possible to make sure that we are getting the remaining points. And you can see on the faces of the Kayole and Mbakasi Giants, they are saying, we have this thing, what are we doing? We should be doing whatever it takes to make sure that we are getting these points. Because when we started, we knew that we have to win this match, and now we have to win no matter what it takes. I can see the coach of the Kayole Mbakasi Giants, that is Crispin Otieno, talking to his players, telling them that you guys are the best. You guys can do better than this. You can just add a little thing, and I'm telling you, you can do better than this. And I'm seeing the coach of the UON Tigers again telling them that you guys are the best. You guys can chase and get these points. You guys are going to get this, and it is not something to bargain on it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us now, remember this is a match between the Kayole Mbakasi Giants and the UON Tigers. I can just tell you that Mbakasi Giants are leading with 24 points, and the UON Tigers following closely with 17 points. And to tell you that this is like a race to the playoffs. Teams are fighting for the slots. Which team is gonna be going to the finals? Which team is gonna be going to the playoffs? From playoffs we'll go to the semis. From the semis now we will go to the defending champions. So my big question is that will the defending champions be going again in the finals, or will they be disqualified in the playoffs, or will they be disqualified on the semis? And my same question goes to the playoffs teams, to the first runners-up teams. My same question goes to the first runners-up teams. That was the RDU men and the Kayole Mbakasi Divas. Will you guys this time manage to beat those teams that disqualified you that time, that hindered you to become champions last time? Or will you guys this Premier League revenge on all of them. If you're just joining us now, remember we are live on our social media platform. That is at Kenya Kabaddi Union on Instagram, Kenya Kabaddi Union on Facebook, and catch us live on Kenya Kabaddi Union on YouTube, where you can watch us live. You can watch us later. Tell us what you think. Tell us what's your favorite team. Why is that team your favorite team? And what do you think about that team? I'll be here to hashtag you out. I'll be here to call you out. I'll be here to tell you, to say hi to those people you think they are your favorite players, and I'll tell them you say they are your favorite players, and all that. Remember, we are here at Kasarani Indo Arena at the courtesy of My Wood Kwambao. My Wood Kwambao is a company that gives us a quality wood for construction, and it does not only give us wood but also have sponsored our Kenya national team ladies jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the halftime of the match, and I can tell you that the Kayole Embakasi Giants are leading. The Kayole Embakasi Giants are leading, and the UL Tigers are following closely. The UN Tigers are following closely. The umpire of the match is there. That is Sharon Nyangor. The umpire of the match is there. That is Sharon Nyangor. Telling us that resting time is up. And it is now time for you to come. The UN Tigers, to make sure that you accumulate a lot of points, to make sure that you are getting back on the Kayole, you're getting back on the tracks. And the Kayole Giants are also here saying that as for us, we are here to make sure that we are accumulating a lot of points, to make sure that you will not come anywhere close to us. That is Crispin Otieno. Raiding in the middle. There, Crispin Otieno with a raid, with steppings. Crispin Otieno with steppings. That is Crispin Otieno with steppings. He raids. Look at the steppings. And Crispin Otieno was taken down by Hagai Ajuala. Crispin Otieno was taken down by Hagai Ajuala. That is I told you Hagai is more of a defender. And you can see him doing good work. He has taken down Crispin twice. Super tackle on activated on the side of the Kayole Embakasi Giants. We are having a looming all out on the side of the Kayole. Just having one player who needs to redeem his team. One player who needs to redeem his team. That is we are having just a player. One player who needs to redeem his team. We are having an official timeout there. An official timeout on the side of an official timeout. That is Sharon Nyangor, making sure that whatever the results you are getting are correct. Jersey number 3 of the UN Tiger of the Kayole Embakasi Giants there with the raid. That is jersey number 3 of the UN Tigers there with the raid. He tries arranging the defense. He's arranging the defense to make sure that will he redeem his team? That is will he redeem his team with just few minutes remaining? He decides to go back home and defend. He decides to go out and defend, but that was a raider out. He did not manage to get the success. He did not manage to enter the success, and Like I said earlier that for kabaddi, if you're playing kabaddi, if you're a player, the first thing you should always take, the first thing as a player you should always learn and to do when you enter the kabaddi match pit is to always take the success. Take the success first before anything else, because that at least shows that your raid was successful. Shows that your raid was successful, and that is Ramuel managing to take Crispin Otieno out. Ramuel managing to get Crispin Otieno out, and it is just a difference of 1 point. 24 points on the side of the Kayole Embakasi Giants and 23 points on the side of the UN Tigers. There with a raid. That is Julius Ekesa, jersey number 6. Julius Ekesa, jersey number 6. Julius Ekesa, jersey number 6. There he tries. Julius Ekesa gets a point, and that is Julius Ekesa managing to get a point. Julius Ekesa managing to get bonus plus 2 points, bringing back Julius, bringing back Crispin Otieno. We are having Hagai on the raid. That is Hagai Ajwala. With kicks, you can see he's trying kicks. That is Hagai trying the running kicks. That is Hagai. He decides to go back home and defend. We're having Cobra Masibo on the raid. That is Cobra Masibo on the raid. Cobra Masibo should not be taken down, because him being taken down means we are bringing back Ramuel. Him being taken down means you're bringing back Ramuel. And I just said, and Ramuel was brought back. We said that, and Ramuel was brought back. It is a technical point. In favor of the Kayole Embakasi Giants. So having Hagai on it again. That is Hagai with the raid. Hagai Ajwala with the raid. He decides to go back home and defend. That is Julius Ekesa on it again. Remember, Julius Ekesa just got 2 points from his last raid. That is Julius Ekesa. He tries the toe touch and gets a point. Julius Ekesa managing to get a bonus plus a point in favor of the Kayole Embakasi Giants. Hagai Ajwala on it. Remember, this is just the second half of the match. And that is Crispin Otieno sending Hagai Ajwala to the bench. We're having Julius Ekesa on it again. That is Julius Ekesa with kicks. He should now be careful. Julius Ekesa. That was Julius Ekesa managing to get 2 points, sending 2 defenders out. There's a looming all out on the side of the UN Tigers. And we're having that is with a raid. That is there he raids. Will he get a point? That is Tom Chikala managing to send a raider out. A looming all out on the side of the UN Tigers. That is looming all out on the side of the UN Tigers. That is looming all out on the side of the UN Tigers. And what happened? Was it not an all-out? I need to review that. I don't know what happened. There was quite a good one. That gave me goosebumps. That gave me goosebumps. That was Ramuel being taken out. And it is 3 points in favor of the Kayole Embakasi Giants. 3 points in favor of the Kayole Embakasi Giants, making Kayole Embakasi Giants to have 38 points and the UON Tigers to have 26 points. The UON Tigers to have 26 points. Few minutes remaining for the first half to end. They are having Crispin Otieno on it. Crispin Otieno. That is Crispin Otieno on it. Crispin Otieno raiding. My God. Oh my God. That was a surprise tackle from Hagai Ajuala. A surprise tackle from Hagai Ajuala. With a difference of some points, with a difference of around 11 points, 11 to 12 points, the difference of about 11 to 12 points there. The UON Tigers can do this because it is just few minutes of first half, few minutes of second half. Having Julius Ekesa, you should remember that Crispin Otieno is on the bench. And you should get the point to make sure that you guys are not getting a. You should return two of your players. That is Julius Ekesa on it. He tries the stepping. He should watch the surprise tackle of Hagai Ajuala. And he managed to get a point. Julius managed to get a point. That was quite a good raid today from Julius Ekesa. Quite a recommendable raid today from Julius Ekesa. We are having our star raider of the UON Tigers. That is Ramwell. Our star raider of the UON Tigers. That is Ramwell. And he managed to get a point. Sending one defender out. That is Crispin Otieno on it. Have you guys realized that that is Hagai Derrick, jersey number Hagai Derrick, is taking Crispin Odhiambo down a lot? Like, he's managing to get his legs a lot. Crispin Otieno should protect his legs at most. He should protect his legs. And he managed to get 1 point, sending a defender out. We're still having Ramwell in the field. Ramwell, you have to do all it takes to make sure that you're getting points, because it is 40 points on the side of the Kayole and 29 points on the side of there. And in fact, it's 30 points in the side of the UON Tigers. A difference of 10, and there are a few minutes remaining. That is Crispin raiding. Crispin raiding. You can see the way the defense is coming up to make sure that he is not getting that point. The defense is doing everything to make sure that he is not getting that point. You're having Ramwell. That is Ramwell with the raid. That is Ramwell. Look at the steppings. Look at Ramwell's steppings. That is Ramwell. Ramwell going. That is Ramwell. Did he get a point? He did not. That is Ramwell. The Kayole should make sure that they're not getting an all out. That Ramwell is not giving them an all out. Just to tell you again, 41 points on the side of the 41 points on the side of the Kayole and 30 points on the side of the UON Tigers. That's Ramwell. Will Ramwell get a point? There is a bonus. He might get a bonus. He gets Cobra Masibo. He managed to get Cobra Masibo of the Kayole Giants. A difference of 10 points. That is Crispin on it. That is Crispin Otieno. You should be careful there. You should be careful. He decides to go back home and defend. Having our star raider again on it. That is Ramwell on it. 5 players in the pitch on the side of the 5 players on the side of the Kayole. We are just having 5 players. He's trying to get the cover. He's trying to get the cover, and he will get him. I know Ramuel well. He's trying to get the cover, but the cover said, "You're not getting me. I'm hiding deep. I'm hiding deep. And that was it. Ramuel did not get the cover. We are having Crispin Odhiambo on it, and Ramuel was sent out on the bench. Now we are having Crispin there. Crispin going for a raid. Crispin Otieno going for a raid. That is Crispin Otieno going for a raid. Crispin Otieno, he managed to get 1 point. Sending one defender out. Crispin Otieno sending one defender out. We are having Haggai. You people should be so careful of Haggai. You saw the way he can't get a lot of points if given a chance. You saw the way Derrick can get a lot of points when given a chance. That is Crispin Otieno of the Kayole Embakasi Giants. Will he be taken down, or will he take a defender down? Will he be taken down, or will he take a defender down? You're having Haggai on it. Haggai going for a raid. That is Haggai. He should watch Tom Chikala. The follow back of Tom Chikala. He should watch also the follow back of Cobra Masibo. He decides to go back home and defend. There are 31 points on the side of the UON and 43 points on the side of the Kayole Embakasi Giants. We are here at Kasarani Indoor Arena every Saturday to make sure that you're getting these matches, to make sure that you're getting these amazing trialing matches every day. Crispin decides to go back home. And it is a third raid. With just last 3 minutes remaining. With just last 3 minutes remaining. It was a third raid. The raider managed to get a point. That is our Julius, third raid. That is our Julius Ekesa, and it is third raid. Julius Ekesa, and it is third raid. Julius Ekesa. That was Julius Ekesa. Julius Ekesa managing to send 3 defenders out. Julius Ekesa managing to send 3 defenders out. 3 points in favor of the Kayole Embakasi Giants. 3 points in favor of the Kayole Embakasi Giants. 3 points in favor of the Kayole Embakasi Giants. Oh my God! That was quite a good one from Haggai. He had a very good escape. Unfortunately, the support was so quick. If Haggai could have just been more quick, like a bit quicker to remove his hands, he could have gotten those points. Crispin Otieno, with just 3 minutes remaining. Crispin Otieno decides to go back home and defend. We are having Ramuel going for a raid. That is our Ramuel. Tries some toe touches. Ramuel trying toe touches. Ramuel trying to touch us. There is a looming all out on the side of the UON. There's a looming all out on the side of the UON. And Ramuel decides to go back home and defend. And now we are having a super tackle. My wood combo super tackle activated on the side. My wood combo super tackle activated on the side of the UON Tigers. My wood combo super tackle activated on the side of the UON Tigers. That is Crispin Otieno on it. Crispin Otieno. He goes back home to defend. It is last 1 minute. Last 1 minute of the match. 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 It is a third grade. That is a Cobra Masibo. It is a third grade, and that is a Cobra Masibo. He should watch his legs. Ramuel is there. He should watch giving out super tackle. He should watch giving out super tackle. He should watch giving out super tackle, and he gave super tackle. That was quite good from Ramuel. That was quite good from Ramuel. That was quite good from Ramuel. It is a third grade. It is a must. You guys should watch. The Kayole and Bakasi Giants should also watch. Not giving points. That is a Ramuel. Ramuel. He tries. Ramuel. That is a Ramuel Odiambo. Will he get point? Will he get a point? Ramuel, it is a third grade. It is you. You have to get it. Ramuel, you have to get a point. You have to get a point. You have to get a point, ladies and gentlemen. It is 1-1 for the match. And with that, the match has come to an end. Kayole and Bakasi Giants having Kayole and Bakasi Giants having 47 points, and the UON Tigers having 35. That was quite a good game. That was quite a good display. That is quite a good display there from the Giants and the Tigers. We can see the faces, the happy faces of the Kayole and Bakasi Giants, and we can also see that the UON Tigers have really said that they have tried, and it is okay. There is always next time. There is always next time. I've been your commentator of this match, Sharon Kamumu. Till we meet in the